the new History Museum at the College of Charleston, where I just had a chance to take a tour with Dr. James Carew, the curator of the new History Museum. This is Katy Sinkler with the College of Charleston News Update. The Pentagon just released a statement earlier today saying that only 60% of its Defense Department computer systems has a safety software installed to protect against hackers. This move came after classified documents had been posted on WikiLeaks this summer. This is a Cougar News Update. I'm Katy Sinkler. Passengers aboard one cruise ship, Carnival, are safe this afternoon after an emergency stop in a San Diego port. While opening the new gallery here at the Charleston Museum was a 5-year decision, deciding on the first exhibit was not. The Threads of War is a commemoration exhibit. Hi, I'm Katy Sinkler, and welcome to this week's edition of Campus Conversation. I'm here at the Career Center to talk with Linda Robinson about what seniors can do to assure they have a job after graduation. Although Dr. Goodyear is faced with many challenges, she says one of her biggest goals is to make sure she's available to all communication students. Hi, I'm Katy Sinkler for CFCC. With the holidays quickly approaching, many of us are familiar with Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. But what do students do who are atheists? I sat down with the president of the Atheist Alliance group here at the College of Charleston, Matthew Lorenz, to learn more.
This gives me some new challenge, and I think it's always good to stretch yourself a little bit, so this gives me a chance to learn new things, try out some new skills.
The communication department here at the College of Charleston just recently announced the new department chair, who will take over Dr. Brian McGee's position, Dr. Beth Goodyear. Dr. Goodyear has been a faculty member for 9 years and says she fell in love with the communication department here at the college from the very beginning.
When I saw the posting for the College of Charleston position, I thought, well, that's a good fit for where I'd like to live. And then when I learned more about the program, I just fell in love with it. It was fairly early in its infancy and its development, and I knew I could make a contribution to the institution and that I would enjoy working here and living in Charleston.
Now that Dr. Goodyear is a chair, she has more responsibilities than just teaching.
The chair is really the liaison between the faculty and the administration, and then also sort of a liaison with students, new parents, new students. You serve sort of an all-purpose role, I think, in many ways.
Dr. Goodyear says the only downside is there's less time in the classroom. She went from teaching 4 classes this semester to only 1.
That part kind of makes me sad, I have to admit. I have always taught 3 or 4 classes a semester, and I miss not being in the classroom as much. I'm glad that I still am teaching at least 1 class. I don't think I would do this job very well if I didn't get out into the classroom a little bit.
Although Dr. Goodyear is faced with many challenges with this new position, she says one of her biggest goals is to make sure she's available for all communication students.
So I hope they feel like they have a strong advocate, somebody they can drop in on. I'm going to have, starting later this month, I don't know what I'm going to call them for sure, but like chat with the chair where students can come in and talk and feel like they have a place to sort of voice their opinions about the department and about what goes on here.
Although the change from the classroom to the office came rather quickly, Dr. Goodyear says she is very optimistic and looking forward to the school year as the new communication chair.
And I'm really excited about the direction of the major, and I love working with students, so I'm really excited about this.
Dr. Goodyear's office has now moved to 9 College Way. Check out the communications website for more information. For CTV, I'm Katy Sinkler. Hi, I'm Katy Sinkler, and welcome to this week's edition of Campus Conversation. I'm here at the Career Center to talk with Linda Robinson about what seniors can do to assure they have a job after graduation. What does the Career Center have to offer for students here at the College of Charleston?
The Career Center is here to help students with any phase of their career decision making, whether that be a freshman coming in, looking at potential majors, wondering what they can do with that major, getting ideas about what types of career fields are out there, what people do in those careers, sophomores making those same types of decisions, juniors looking at internships, career opportunities, part-time jobs, getting resumes put together, learning about how to interview effectively, and then on into the graduating seniors who are looking at making the transition from college to the next step, whether that mean to the working world or to graduate school.
What should students be doing now and to prepare for graduation in May to get the job that they need?
Well, earlier in the semester we had a number of seminars, the senior crash course, which was meant to sort of orient our seniors to just the answer to that question. But that would be to start, first of all, focusing in on careers or jobs or graduate schools in which they might be interested. So for a student who's graduating in May, I would always say the process, the time to begin the process is now. Not so much applying for jobs, but process of elimination, looking at jobs and careers that are out there, reading about the requirements, What would I need to do in order to be competitive for those jobs? Because if you start doing that now, you have time to build those skills and abilities further. So it's better not to wait until you're getting ready to graduate to start looking at those jobs and those careers and do that process of elimination, because you've missed some opportunities to further develop your skills.
What kind of resources are available for students as far as mock interviews and having resumes looked over?
For a resume, for someone to look over your resume, you can make an appointment to come in and have someone, to meet with someone here in the office, or we offer drop-ins every day between 1 and 4, Monday through Friday. You can just come in if you have something like a resume critique or cover letter critique, and our career advisor can look over it and give you suggestions, proofread it for you. In addition to that, we do offer mock interviews. Those are videotaped mock interviews where we would give you the questions just as if it were a professional interview. That's downloaded to a CD that you would watch. What I always tell seniors is, but don't wait until you have an interview scheduled to schedule a mock interview. So always try to prepare for these eventualities before you think you need them. In addition to that, career counseling. If students have questions about any of the items that I mentioned earlier, decision making, what kinds of jobs should I be looking for, how do I go about looking for a job? One of the questions I ask is, do you know what you want to do and you're just unsure of how to go about finding those types of jobs? We can help with that. We know of resources that we can look at to help you in identifying places that you can look for jobs for your career field.
So to all you seniors out there, stop by the Career Center to get a jump start on job hunting. For more information, visit the Career Center on the 2nd floor of the Lycee building. For CTV, I'm Katy Sinkler. Hi, I'm Katy Sinkler for CFCC. With the holidays quickly approaching, many of us are familiar with Christmas, Hanukkah, and Kwanzaa. But what do students do who are atheists? I sat down with the president of the Atheist Alliance group here at the College of Charleston, Matthew Lorenz, to learn more. Lorenz did not grow up atheist. It wasn't until after a meeting at the College of Charleston Alliance that he considered himself to be atheist.
I declared myself as an atheist when I went to one of the meetings actually and discovered a concept of atheism that I realized that is essentially what my beliefs had been for a long time, and I just had never labeled it atheist.
When asked if he celebrates the holidays holding religious meaning, such as Christmas or Hanukkah, he says yes.
It's really no different. It's a cultural, they're cultural events, I think, as much as they're religious events. I've got Jewish families, so although I don't necessarily observe Hanukkah, I've spent Hanukkahs with members of my family, as well as Christmas with Christian members of my family. So I view it as a cultural thing. So it doesn't really stop me from enjoying any of the holidays. So.
Although atheists do not have a holiday that symbolizes their religion,
we don't necessarily have a holiday. I've heard the argument that perhaps the 4th of July would be the holiday for atheists, seeing as how since the start our founding fathers declared a separation between church and state, and I've heard people argue that perhaps that a secular holiday like the 4th of July is something that atheists can really get behind, because we don't have a religion to go to, but we have our country.
atheists don't really have a spiritual practice like most other religions.
It's not really about practicing atheism. It's really about exploring. It's about reading other religious texts. It's about reading different scientific ideas. Like I know several people in the Atheist Humanist Alliance who can go on about the cultural backgrounds behind things like Christianity. I've known more than one atheist who has read significant portions of the Bible. Honestly, it's atheism. There's not really any way to practice it other than it's really just about sort of exploring. It's sort of exploring with an open mind. You look at idea to idea without a religious context. And
the Atheist Alliance here at the College of Charleston wants to be open to everyone on campus so everyone has a better understanding of atheism.
Things like Ask an Atheist, which is a way for people to ask questions about atheism, and it's not really a proselytizing effort. It's more of an effort to say just, we're atheists, this is what we view, and if you have any questions, we're really just trying to show people that we're not angry and hostile to anything. We're just here, and this is what we view.
Lorenz wants everyone to know they are more than welcome to stop by a meeting if they want to learn more on atheism.
We're open to people of all backgrounds and beliefs, so if anybody would like to come to our meetings, anybody's welcome.
The Atheist Alliance Club here at the College of Charleston is always looking for new members. Anyone is welcome to come if you're interested in learning about atheism. The meetings are held on Wednesday nights in the Communication Museum. For CFC Scene, I'm Katy Sinkler. Happy holidays!